Gina, come on in. Mrs. Kenny. I've seen you around campus, and I noticed you hang out with Kylie and Emily, and those your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. Did you guys go to elementary school together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So they've come with you basically over here?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome. And are they in any of your classes? Okay. Well, as your counselor, the reason why I'm calling you in is because your mom had a couple concerns about your progress report and just kind of making sure that everything is in order and that you're getting the support that you need. I'm here to support you, even though your mom called. I'm not here to, tell your mom all the things that, are going on. So if you need to share anything with me, I would appreciate that. As long as it's nothing that you're harming yourself or somebody's harming you, that's where I'd have to breach confidentiality. But otherwise, feel free to share with me. And then if there's things that you'd like me to just share with your mom about what's going on, then I'll do that according to what fits for you and what you're comfortable with. Okay. So, looking at your progress report here, I'm noticing that first of all, what have your strengths and weaknesses been, do you feel?
I don't do my homework.
You don't do your homework, okay. Why isn't your homework getting done?
I just don't do it.
You don't do it. Are your friends doing your homework, Kylie and Emily?
I don't know.
You don't know, so you guys don't have those conversations, no, okay. Do you use your planner? I see you have your planner here, can we open it up? So, show me where are we at right now? Do you have like a system that you use?
I don't really do my planner.
Okay, so you're not writing down currently right now, okay. All right, do your teachers ask you to write in it?
Sometimes.
Okay. I've noticed just on campus, just because this is kind of how we work here at Vista Magnet, we have on the board, it has, what do you see on the board?
The guiding question.
Okay.
And the homework.
So you write down the guiding question. Do you write it down in your composition book each day?
Yeah.
So in class is not the issue? Or are you getting your work done when you have the time in class? Or
Yeah.
so your composition book, can I check it out? So your composition book is good. It's just your, okay. So good. I'm noticing you're writing down. Okay. So you feel like that's kind of a strength?
Reflections because they don't take very long.
Good.
It's easy.
And that's big, especially because Cornell Notes, that's something that a lot of kids miss. They'll do the great Cornell Notes and then at the end it's like, where's your reflection? So you're getting that done, right?
I like the reflection.
You like the reflection piece. So you like reflecting back.
Mm-hmm.
So let's reflect back on your grades. So what do you feel that you need to do to become a little bit more successful?
My homework.
Okay. So your homework. So the homework is kind of the hugest concern. That's kind of what we keep going back to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you, it's 3:33, the bell rang. What does your day look like after the bell rings?
Well, it depends on what day it is.
Okay. So give me a breakdown of your typical week.
So on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday, I'm with my mom. And then on Tuesday, Thursdays, I have to go to my dad's.
Okay. You have to go.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a choice.
No.
Okay. They make you go.
And then every other weekend.
So
I like going with him on the weekends because he's a lot of fun.
okay.
But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't have any time to do any of my work.
Okay. So do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have an older sister.
Okay. And how is she doing in school? Do you know? Does she go with you to your mom's and to your dad's?
Yeah, but she's in high school, so she has like after school activities and stuff.
Okay. Do you go with them to those after school activities?
Sometimes.
Do you have any after school activities?
No.
No? So you're not into it. What's your favorite things to do? Okay. Well, let's just go back to I'll get back to you on that one. But what are some things that you do, after school? So what does it look like when you go with your mom? Because it sounds like you like being...
She makes me do my homework.
She makes you. It's good and a bad thing, right? So Mondays and Wednesdays we look like we're pretty good on homework, yeah? Mm-hmm. So it's the Tuesdays and Thursdays. So do you have all of your stuff with you that you take at your mom's? Like, obviously I'm guessing that you have a space at your mom's place, mm-hmm. right? So do you have a desk there that you mm-hmm. keep, or where do you do most of your homework?
At the desk or at the kitchen table.
Okay, so the desk or the kitchen table, and your mom is kind of on you. Does she check you're not using your planner, so mm-hmm. You're honest with your mom on what you need to do and get done?
Well, she just makes me do it.
Okay, but how does she know what you have to do? You just remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're remembering what you need to do. So you know what you need to do every day of the week. It's just that the Tuesdays. So now I'm going to go to your Tuesdays and Thursdays. What does it look like with your dad?
Sometimes we'll go get ice cream, or he'll take me to the mall, or we'll go and watch one of my sister's games.
Okay. And so there's no real time. Have you kind of spoken with him about that? Or does he ask at all about your homework?
No, he likes to have fun. He thinks we have to do too much homework here. So he likes me to have fun. And it's kind of stressful because I know I have all this work to do, but he likes to have fun. He thinks that we shouldn't have this much homework.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I like to have fun, but
Of course.
my mom's getting mad that I'm not doing my homework and I don't feel like I have enough time to do it by the time I get home to my mom's, and I'm up all night, but she makes me go to bed at 10.
Do you have a curfew or a bedtime at your dad's?
Well, I stay every night at my mom's, so she just makes me go to bed at 10 when he drops us off at like 9:30.
Oh, okay. So then do you advocate for yourself at all? Do you talk to your dad? Advocate means, like, do you ask your dad or tell your dad that you have things that you need to do?
I don't want to make him mad.
You don't want to make him mad. Okay, so he might get upset in that respect. Okay. Does he pick you up right after school? Or do you...
No, my mom has me for a little bit and she has to go drop me off.
Okay, so you have that bit of time with your mom. And where are you at that point in time?
At school.
Okay, so your mom picks you up from school every single day, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays she drops you off with your dad. Okay, got it. So how much time frame do you think you have between your mom picking you up and dropping you off with your dad?
Maybe like 45 minutes.
45 minutes? Do you get car sick?
No.
No? Do you think you could maybe start some of your stuff in the car? I know it's not ideal, and I know it's not perfect, but do you think that you could at least get some things in order, or do you do any clubs at lunch on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
No, but we go home first, so I'm at home for 45 minutes.
Oh, so you're at home.
Yeah.
So what do you usually do during that time?
Just kind of, I don't really want to go to my dad's, so sometimes I'm whining, and otherwise I'm just kind of trying to figure out, because some books are there, some books are at my dad's, and trying to figure everything out.
Figure out where everything's at. Okay. All right. So what do you think is the best action for you to take to get your work done? What do you think that you ideally could do that you would actually do? Because I don't want to give you ideas and then you'll be like, oh, that was a great idea, but I'm not going to do that. So what do you think that you could do? So it sounds like Mondays and Wednesdays, you're perfect, right? You have a system, you go home, you start working. On Mondays and Wednesdays, right when you get home, do you start working on your homework?
Yeah, sometimes she lets me have like a snack first.
So a snack first. So do you think maybe on the Tuesday, Thursdays you could try that model, or what do you think would work best for you?
Well, I think I just need to organize a little bit better and make sure I have all my stuff. And math really only takes about 20 minutes, so I guess if I sit down right away, as long as my mom doesn't have any errands, I could at least get my math done. And
Okay.
then worry about projects more on the Mondays and Wednesdays.
Maybe as much as it stinks that you're having more time that you have to work on it, but it sounds like you have more of a stable atmosphere at your mom's, right? So you kind of have your place that you can work and you have your stuff there. Maybe I would even say bring your things back from your dad's house so that you don't feel divided between the two, right? So that you know that you have your things at your mom's house that you can use either on Mondays and Wednesdays for as long as you want, or Tuesdays and Thursdays in that kind of time frame. And the cool thing is that once you're finished with it, you can really enjoy your time with your dad. And I know that, you may or may not enjoy that time, but at least you're enjoying that time without anything on your shoulders of like, oh, I have this work to finish, or when I go home, my mom's gonna get mad because this isn't done, right? So, so what do you think about that? Do you think that's doable? Do you think that's something that you could work towards? So, let's just kind of recap. What are some things that you think that you are going to start to do?
Vitamin.
Okay, so you first want to start writing in your planner, definitely, right? Because this is your go-to. You can look at this and go, oh, okay, here's for each of my classes. So this is an easy kind of checklist, so to speak. So you'll know exactly what you're doing each day. Got it.
And I can use that to pack up what I need to go to I don't have my stuff, and then
Fabulous. You have your backpack, you got all your things that you need into it. You could even do it while you're watching your sister's game if you felt like that, right? So that's definitely a bonus as well, right? So I want you to feel empowered. Are there any questions that you have just about like what's going on with, you know, the classes, or even just with your teachers, anything like that, or?
no.
Sit down and talk with your mom about this, and we can kind of come up with a plan together. That would be really powerful. What do you think about that? Do you think you want your mom in on this, or do you want to just keep it between us for right now?
Well, I show her that I'm doing better.
Okay. So, have you had any conversations with your teachers about your grades or what your missing assignments are? Okay, well that's definitely a start. I know that we have a village model here, if you probably have caught on to this, but if not, that you have your language arts, your your language arts, your math and your science teachers they all teach the same group of students, right? So you'll have the same 3 teachers. So they can even sit down and talk with you if you wanted to, or you can go to them individually and kind of ask, like, what's going on here? What do I need to do for this class, right? So is that something, do you feel comfortable talking to your teachers? No. Okay.
They're kind of scary.
They're scary. Okay. Would you mind if I kind of sent an email out to them and just kind of shared what's going on? Gina's kind of feeling a little overwhelmed, but she has things that she really wants to make up. Would you make up the assignments if I got that for you? Okay, good. So I'll work on that end of it. I'd like to meet back with you again, just so that we can discuss some things. But I think in the meantime, let's get you on your planner, okay? Get you using your planner. I have this student progress report sheet that might be a good communication tool for your mom and your dad as well, right? So your mom sounds like she's one that's definitely needing this. So what this is every Friday, or you could do it Monday, it's up to you, Fridays or Mondays. Fridays are usually the best because then it kind of gives you the weekend to get things done. But you're going to go around to each of your teachers, have them sign it, just comment on how your classwork was for the week, if you're missing any assignments, what's coming up, and that kind of thing. And this is another good communication tool. So if you weren't up to date on this, at least you'd have this, especially on things. Do you think that if I send an email to your teachers and kind of let them know, and we maybe sit down and have a conversation with your teachers, that you'll feel comfortable sending this around? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then that way you can send this home with your mom, and this can be your communication tool. All right. So are there any questions that you have at this point?
How do I get that?
So right outside my door, okay, you'll notice there's a little file folder type thing, and you can pull that out every week. So you can come here on Friday mornings, yank one of these out of there, and then bring it to your classes. Just make sure that when you bring it to the teacher that you take it back, because a lot of students, what they do is they'll leave it in their first grade class and then they don't have any of the information. But if that did happen, what do you think you could do?
Ask them for it.
Okay, you could ask. You could definitely go back and ask. But what if you just full on forgot it? What do you think you'd want to do?
Go back during lunch.
You could go back during lunch, definitely. Yeah, and then ask the teachers. Okay, or even if you lost it altogether, you could probably email your teachers. Right? There's an easy way to email from our Gmail that you can get all your teachers and kind of send them an email saying I left it. And then that way your mom knows that, you're telling the truth, because sometimes that happens with the parents. So, you're going to be using your planner. Mm-hmm. You're going to use this. All right. And then I'd like to meet back with you next week, because if you're comfortable, I'd like to sit down with your mom, if you're okay with it, and we can make a plan. And then also I'd just like to talk to you more about, how you're adjusting to middle school, and if there's how you're dealing with the divorce and the dad issue. I'd really like to speak with you more if you're up for that. Would that be something you'd be okay with? All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If there's anything else. All right. Thank you, honey. It was really nice meeting with you.